Do you ever feel overwhelmed when trying to memorize something important, like cramming for an exam, preparing a big presentation, or simply trying to remember a grocery list? What if I told you there's a proven method that can transform the way you process and retain information? It's called chunking, and it's the ultimate memory hack your brain has been waiting for. In this video, we'll dive deep into the science of chunking, explore why it works, and show you practical ways to apply it in your daily life. By the end, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. So, let's unlock the secrets of your brain together. Are you ready? What is chunking? At its core, chunking is a memory technique that involves grouping individual pieces of information into larger, more meaningful units. Think about a phone number. Instead of remembering it as a long string of digits, 987-654-3210, you naturally break it into chunks. 987-654-3210. This simple strategy helps your brain process and recall the information more efficiently. The magic of chunking lies in the way our brains are wired. Research shows that the human brain can only hold about 7 items in short-term memory at once, plus or minus 2. But by grouping these items into chunks, we can overcome this limitation and unlock our brain's full potential. The science behind chunking. So, why does chunking work so well? It's all about how our brain organizes information. When you group items together, your brain treats each group as a single unit. For example, instead of remembering 4 individual letters like FBI, CIA, NSA, your brain chunks them into 3 familiar groups: FBI, CIA, NSA. This works because chunking leverages patterns, prior knowledge, and context. It taps into your brain's natural ability to recognize relationships and assign meaning, making the information stick better in your memory. Another reason chunking is effective is that it reduces cognitive load. Instead of juggling 12 unrelated pieces of information, you're working with 3 or 4 chunks, which is far easier for your brain to handle. How to use chunking in everyday life. Here are some practical ways to use chunking to improve your memory. Studying for exams. Break down complex topics into smaller sections or categories. For instance, instead of memorizing random historical dates, group them by significant events like wars or scientific discoveries. Remembering lists. Whether it's a grocery list or a to-do list, group similar items together. For example, instead of listing bread, apples, toothpaste, and chicken randomly, group them into categories: food, bread, apples, chicken, and personal care, toothpaste. Learning new skills. When tackling a new skill, break it into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if you're learning to play the guitar, focus on mastering 1 chord at a time rather than trying to learn a whole song in one go. Improving presentations. If you're preparing for a speech, organize your content into 3 to 4 main themes rather than trying to memorize a long script word for word. The role of repetition and practice. While chunking is powerful on its own, repetition amplifies its impact. When you repeatedly review your chunks, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with that information. This is why flashcards, spaced repetition apps, and even simple review sessions are so effective. They reinforce the connections your brain has formed through chunking. Pro tip: try combining chunking with visual aids like diagrams, mind maps, or color coding. This engages multiple areas of your brain, making the information even stickier. Real-world examples of chunking. Language learning. Have you ever noticed how language apps like Duolingo teach words in clusters? Instead of flooding you with random vocabulary, they group related words like colors, animals, or food items. This makes it easier to learn and recall them later. Sports strategies. Athletes often use chunking to break down plays or movements into smaller sequences, making it easier to execute them under pressure. Remembering directions. Instead of trying to memorize a string of street names, chunk directions into steps. For example, take a right at the gas station, go straight for 3 blocks, then turn left at the park. Why you should start chunking today. The beauty of chunking is its versatility. It works for people of all ages and can be applied to virtually any type of information. From simplifying your daily tasks to mastering a new subject, chunking empowers you to take control of your memory and boost your productivity. So, don't wait until you're overwhelmed by information overload. Start small. Practice chunking in your everyday life, and watch how it transforms the way you think and learn. And there you have it, the incredible power of chunking. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone looking to sharpen your memory, this technique is a game changer. Remember, it's not about cramming more into your brain. It's about organizing information in a way that makes sense to you. So what will you chunk first? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks to supercharge your brain. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay learning, and I'll see you in the next video.